Hey guys, it's Josh Taylor Vlogs back at you with another video today. I know it's been forever, so I do apologize. I'm going to be doing an updated tattoo tour for you today. It's been at least 3 or 4 years since I've done one of these, and I've gotten quite a bit of ink since the last time that I filmed a video on it. It has been requested a few times, and I've been saying I'm going to do one. Haven't gotten around to it until now. I'm here in my basement, in my man cave, or whatever you want to call it. Forgive me if the lighting's not the best, but it seems to be a good place for me to film because it's quiet and somewhat decent lighting. I'm just going to do my best to show you all my tattoos, and bear with me as I'm probably going to have to just bring myself closer to the camera and everything. I do have my list of tattoos. These are all of the professional tattoos, but I will mention my stick and pokes that I've done on myself as well. I wasn't going to do this in order, but I think my list has it mostly in order of which I got the tattoos. You have to see me shirtless, I apologize, but my first tattoo was the Deathly Hallows from Harry Potter. So I got that when I was 19. I just turned 32 last month. I really love the tattoo. My artist at the time did a very good job on it. It hasn't really faded at all, even though I'm outside quite a bit and I'm not the best at wearing sunscreen. I really love this tattoo, and I believe I was the first person on YouTube to show myself with the tattoo. Just a random fun fact. Show my love for Harry Potter. My second tattoo was the skull smoking a joint. It's pretty cool looking. I love the tattoo. It was actually for a Friday the 13th tattoo event that I went to. Next up is a Mario Super Mushroom. Also for a different Friday the 13th tattoo event. I'll try to take pictures of my tattoos after I'm done with this video so I can insert them. We have the cross on my right wrist. The artist at the time tried to talk me out of getting it this way because when my arm is down, people think it's an upside down cross, which I understand that, but it's basically so I can see the cross the right way up as I'm a Christian. We have the Roman numeral 13 over here. Friday the 13th as well for both the cross and the Roman numeral 13. I also have the diamond on my ring finger next here. We have what I consider to be the Eye of the Storm tattoo. Pretty cool, and it actually has 13 raindrops. I never noticed that until later on. It is also a Friday the 13th event tattoo. A lot of my tattoos are Friday the 13th and very impulsive, but that's part of the fun. Next I have this coffee cup outline. I absolutely love coffee and I drink it daily and have been doing so for years. Once again, Friday the 13th, do you see a pattern here? I do have this dollar sign. It's kind of hard to see because my other new tattoo is integrated into it, but here's the dollar sign, Friday the 13th as well. And as I said, I will try to insert pictures. I have Pikachu on my gaming leg sleeve here. That's Pikachu doing his Thunderbolt attack or something of that nature. Faded a little bit. His eyes used to be whited out and the white's gone. Haunter, I got in the same section from Pokemon as well. I have this nature triangle scene right here. Just has like some woods and a lake or something with a mountain and then the skies and then the sun. And there were white stars there, but that obviously faded. These extremely faded PlayStation symbol tattoos. Very poorly done, with all due respect. I have had them touched up once by the artist who did them, but they don't look the best at the moment, and to be fair, that's what happens with finger tattoos quite a bit. So someday I'm going to have someone that knows what they're doing with finger tattoos to rework these. Have the Kingdom Hearts piece on my thigh. This is by far my biggest tattoo. Just got Sora in the Nightmare Before Christmas outfit from the first game, King Mickey from the second game, the initial Kingdom Hearts symbol, and then the Heartless symbol over here, Ansem from the first game, a little heartless creature. I really like the design of the first one. This is one of the first ones you see in the game. We have the trident from Ariel, the rose from Beauty and the Beast, the lamp from Aladdin, and the skull from Pirates of the Caribbean integrated into it. So it's a mixture of several Kingdom Hearts games in one, since the first game did not have Pirates of the Caribbean, for example, or Beauty and the Beast, I don't think. I have the candle on my hand. Another Friday, actually this was not Friday the 13th, this was a Halloween flash event. Same idea, cheap tattoo, but I really like it. It's never been touched up. It needs to be touched up, but it's still pretty cool. I like the shape of it. The diamond's a little bit iffy, but I love this thing, to be honest. In the same session, I got the bat behind my ear. I don't know if this counts as a head tattoo or a neck tattoo. I don't know, probably a neck tattoo, but a lot of times people think this is the Batman symbol, and it does look similar to that. I do like Batman, but I'm not like a crazy huge fan or whatever, and I don't pretend to be a huge Batman fan, even though it's a cool genre or franchise. But this is a Halloween bat, so most of the time people are like, oh, it's the Batman symbol. I'm like, oh yeah, it's who wants to take the time to correct them. And we have the star on my hand right here. If you didn't know, I'm from Michigan, and we can point to where we're from throughout the state. I can't do it right now, but some people do like the Upper Peninsula and then the Lower Peninsula as their hand. This is my hometown, Ionia, where I'm from, so I can just point to it on my finger, or on my hand. I used to have to try and think about where it was on my hand geographically, so I just thought it'd be fun to get it tattooed right here. Then we have the anti-possession symbol on my chest, like Sam and Dean have here. I found out that mine's larger than what they have on the show, but I still love it. It's a cool symbol. I like the meaning. It's not really meant as a satanic thing. It's actually an anti-possession satanic thing, so yeah. I also got the peace sign in the same session. The girl who did the anti-possession symbol just kind of threw this in for free because I asked her how much it would be, and it was my birthday, and she's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just do a quick one right here. So that was cool. I have the airplane on my middle finger. Got that done in Chicago several years back. It faded and then someone else touched it up. I don't mind paying good money for tattoos, but I would not recommend getting tattooed in Chicago. I've done it on two separate occasions, and in my opinion, very overpriced. When I got this airplane done, I also got the Michigan outline done with the star for Ionia, Michigan, where I'm from. So you'll notice a lot of my tattoos are basic and fairly straightforward, but I kind of like that, honestly. I got this Cult of Thorn symbol, which is on Michael Myers, or Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, and I think he has it in Halloween 5 as well. I'm not 100% sure. It's supposed to look worn and crappy like that because his kind of looks a little worn. So in the same session, I got Ghostface tattooed on my calf here, and it says, what's your favorite scary movie? Which is my favorite quote from the movies. And at the time, my artist freehanded this lettering. She looked at the picture that I had inspiration from, but she literally drew it all freehand, did not use a stencil. Ghostface is a little faded, but I'm not sure if I'll ever get him touched up. On this leg, this is basically my horror leg sleeve or leg sock. Pikachu and Pokemon are on my other calf is going to be my gaming leg. The stars outline on my outer arm here. The dark mark from Harry Potter and the Aries tribal symbol here. I do not recommend people going on Google or Pinterest and getting tattoos that way. I didn't know about that or how it was a bad thing when I started getting tattooed, and to be honest, I still get inspiration from there sometimes. It's not cool to tattoo copy or whatever, but I did in fact want this, particularly this way, because it's basically a movie replica. So that's why I did that. I just like the exact look of things. I don't really like things that are inspired by something but with a twist. It depends on what it is. If it's something from a franchise, then I want it exactly the same. If it's not something that can have a movie replica, then I'll use inspiration, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Next, I have the Eye of Ra. It was supposed to be the Eye of Horus, but I'm pretty sure this is the Eye of Ra instead. But I always thought they both looked cool, and This ditch area was by far the most painful tattoo I've ever had. I got it touched up one time and it was just, oh my gosh, so painful. And it wasn't even like a huge tattoo, but maybe the thick black work is why it was painful in the area. I'm not sure. I did also get my pride dots, which are very faded here. Not sure how well you can see those, but that was a pride event flash special at the shop. Then I got the ray gun / Emperor Zurg's zapper here, and the artist at the time who did the Eye of Ra thought that it would go cool right here with my pride dots. And this was out of a get what you get tattoo machine. Give them the money, they give you a token, you put it in the machine, you spin the dial, and then it gives you a random design like those little bubble toys in a bubble at the store you would see. I got really lucky that this was the first design that popped out, and then it was like $10 or $20 extra for color, so I decided to get green and purple, which is my favorite color scheme. Next we have One-Eyed Willie here from the Goonies, and I did give my artist a picture for inspiration, but she actually drew this 100% freehand. No outline, no stencil, or what have you. She just drew this all up and did it. She's the one who did the ghost face tattoo and several others of mine. And in that same session, I got Courage the Cowardly Dog here, which, again, not sure how well you can see it, but it was one of her designs that she basically got inspiration for from somewhere else. And I asked her to do purple and green once again. Favorite colors. I got this Ouija planchette, which was for a Friday the 13th special. I don't know if I really want to keep it or not. It just has X with the 3 lines for 13. I like the purple in it, honestly, but I don't really like any other parts of the tattoo. Ouija boards are spooky, but they're very bad, and yeah. Next, I got the chapter stars from Harry Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you know that these 3 stars are in the corner of each page of every Harry Potter book, and I've always wanted them and thought it would be good filler for right here. So I got those done on a different trip to Chicago, and this heart, which faded terribly, but it's a finger tattoo, so what do you expect? But I didn't learn from the first time I went to Chicago and got tattooed, and decided to do it again. Once again, it was very overpriced for what it was. I mean, the artist knows their worth, and that's great, but it took like literally 1 to 2 minutes, and it was like over $200, which was just, to me, quite a bit of money. So then we have SpongeBob riding the jellyfish here. My friend Jasmine, she's actually born a day apart from me, and she got Patrick riding the jellyfish, and I got SpongeBob riding the jellyfish on my birthday. So if you go like this with our arms together and it shows the 2 best friends, it's like a best friend tattoo. And then during that same day on my birthday, I got Freddy Krueger tattooed next to Ghostface here. He's a little bit faded, but he still looks pretty good. Got his red and green sweater right there, so he was a nice filler next to Ghostface, so slowly working on that horror sleeve there. I got Doodle Bob over here, Me Hoi Minoi. I love him, he's cute. It's a funny episode of SpongeBob drawing himself to life, and then Doodle Bob made chaos during the episode. I got the word fam right here next to the $sign. He kind of incorporated it into my $sign here, but I really like the lettering on this. The weird thing was this dot is placed right there, so it kind of almost looks like pain as well as fam, short for family, but it still looks really cool, and I do not regret it. I love how curvy the lettering is there. Then I got this heart, this purple heart on my face. It's in my sideburn area, so I can cover it whenever I want, and nobody has to see it if I don't want them to. So that was cool. I do, while we're right here, I do also have this dot, this single black dot that I did stick and poke on myself years ago. I count it as a face tattoo. Some people think it's a mole, but it is a face tattoo technically. My friend wanted a tattoo on his face, and I decided to just do a random dot because face tattoos were becoming more popular at the time, and I wasn't ready to commit to one. Same session as the Purple Heart, I got the phrase "send it," because when I go bridge jumping or something, I always say 3, 2, 1, send it, like a lot of people do. And just in general in life, if you want to succeed, then you just got to send it. You know, it was a very popular phrase, and I asked the artist to match the same exact font as this one. And the artist, basically, the artist that did the send it didn't actually tattoo this fam thing, but he got the lettering ready. So I was like, hey, you know, that fam tattoo that you chose a font for me, could you please do that same exact font for the send it phrase? And instead he just drew it on himself, and at the time when he drew it on, I thought it looked a lot better than it does. And that was one time I learned, if you don't think it's right, then just let the artist know, because it's on your body for life, and now I have to get this fixed. It's not awful, but at the same time, it does not match the font right here. It's similar, but not, because, yeah, lesson learned on that one. Then I got this ghost flash here. It's all right. I don't like where I placed it, really. It's kind of like diagonal or sideways. Once again, I should have looked at it closer and spoke up, but I still like it. It's cool. It just shows my love for Halloween. Then I got the 9 3/4 from Harry Potter here. Nice gap filler. Once again, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so this part of my sleeve is kind of Harry Potter themed. And I got the Linkin Park logo here, one of the newer ones anyway. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington. I've been listening to Linkin Park for over 20 years, and I really like this logo, so I decided to get it. It did not heal up the best. I don't know why my body doesn't seem to like thick black ink. I do need to go back and get it touched up. The Spider-Woman from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the movie. This Spider-Woman is actually out of the Most Potente Potions book. In the actual movie, it is when Harry, Ron, and Hermione are looking for the Polyjuice potion recipe, and this is the image that is on that page from the book in the movie. And I just have always liked the look of her. She looks freaking dope. She's unique, you know. I haven't really seen many people get her tattooed. I think a few people have online that I saw, but I just like the look of her, and she's awesome. And in that same session, I got the sorting hat right here. Kind of filled up this gap mostly, but I want like little stuff here, you know. I don't want it to all touch, but at the same time, I want it full. And in the same session yet, I still got Expecto Patronum in the Lumos Harry Potter font. It mostly healed pretty well, but it does need a touch up, so I'm going to go back to my current artist and get all these black ones touched up. Probably not the Spider-Woman or the sorting hat, but at least the Expecto Patronum, the 9 3/4, and the Linkin Park logo. That is all my tattoos for professionally done ones. For stick and pokes, I have this dot here on my thumb, this one here on my pinky, and these sets of 3 dots here on my fingers. It does not mean mi vida loca like some people think it does. I just like the 3 dots. And to me, it's like the meaning of the Holy Three, the meaning of the Holy Trinity. So, and I just like the look of it. Then I did this XD, like kind of laughing, crying face emoji thing, because if you type capitalized X and D on your keyboard, then this is what pops up. And it used to be my generation's way of doing emoticons before real emoticons were a thing. So yeah, I just thought that'd be fun. It's kind of cheesy, but I don't care. It looks cool to me. Then I did this equal sign when gay marriage was legalized in the US. This male symbol, this play pause symbol, All of these are very faded. I've touched these up a few times. This one was actually went over professionally, so that's why that one's held up pretty well. Then I did Live here, which is extremely faded, but it's a good reminder to try and live life to the fullest. Someday I'm actually going to not forget all my tattoos, but I just remembered I have this little stick and poke to the right of the fam one. It's just an arrow going forward towards my candle. And I just had decided to do that one day for fun, so kind of forgot about it because it blends in, but just a heads up for you guys. And then I have this one section of my thigh here where in the middle of the night I was kind of buzzed and I just decided to do some random stuff on my thigh. So I have an upside down Harry Potter set of glasses with a lightning bolt, this random X for no reason, what I consider to be a wine glass spilling, a pepperoni pizza slice since I love pizza, SK8 for skate. I'm a skater and I haven't been able to do so due to an injury for quite some time, but I still love skateboarding and have done it for a long time. Then this upside down triangle randomly. I do have a smiley face on my big toe, but it's faded, so why bother? Oh yeah, and I do have this stick and poke semicolon I did, so that I really like. I like how it's kind of faded like that. It actually turned out pretty decent for me, considering I did it myself with India ink and a tattoo needle. I do not recommend that you do your own tattoos. It was just kind of a thing. Stick and pokes were becoming very popular on the internet, so I decided to do that at that time. But I think that's all my tattoos as of right now. I think I have like somewhere around 47 professional tattoos, and then an additional 7 to 10 stick and pokes. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button below, leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit those push bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. If you are new here, I appreciate you watching. If you're old here, I appreciate you watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. Have a great day, and until next time, peace out. Hey guys, so after I got done filming that video, I realized I never showed off one of my tattoos, and that is my Dory tattoo from Finding Nemo. She's very faded and probably could use a touch-up, but I still love her anyways.